right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy, and here's Ren. Say hi, Ren. And Powder Toastman's actually laying down back here, so I should let him say hi, but there he is. So let's get started. Sorry for the glare on the glasses, guys, but it's probably better. I just got back from the eye doctor, and I'm dilated and everything, so you don't want to see my eyes anyway. I don't know, too much information, but it is what it is. So it's time for the week in review for Friday, August 20th, 2021. So we're going to dive right into what was a really cool week. So welcome, and thanks for being here as always. I really appreciate each and every one of you and the support of the channel. KF Live this week was a riot. We started off, and as usual, there's these gremlins in my house, and they got into my computer and screwed with my microphone, and you guys said you couldn't even hear me. So 10 or 15 minutes in with like 43 people, we had to stop down, start a new one. And you know what's funny? You guys jumped in like nobody's business. Totally awesome. I was just blown away by the support. As usual, you guys are amazing. And it's really no surprise anymore. It's just this community. And let's talk a little bit about that, guys. The community's been going through some really weird things lately. The situation with Brian, Slicey Dicey, and also with OCD for EDC, all the things that were going on, but mostly just the Brian stuff. And the community's kind of imploded a little bit because, I don't want to get into why, but, there's been, some people on one side or the other side, and I've tried to stay in the let's be kind to each other side. And what's funny is you guys already do that without me saying anything. You guys see in the chat, lifting each other up. When people are having a hard time, you guys help them. When there's smaller channels, you guys are always trying to build those channels up. And it's amazing to me. Just excited for what happened for Grumpy Grunt in the past week or so. From starting his channel to already being over 100 because of everybody jumping on. There's Logan. I cannot remember the name of his channel. Young guy trying to get his channel rolling. I'll try to have his information if I can find it. And then the two channels we've kind of all been trying to pick up this week is Tri-State EDC, guys. Like I said, try to have his information if I actually remember to do so down in the description. And also Grateful Panic John. They're both just under. Tri-State's a little bit closer. John's got a little ways to go. We'd like to see them both get over 1,000 subs. Great channels, work hard, do a really good job. Tri-State has his own unique style, and John obviously has his own unique style from Grateful Panic. Just check them both out and lift them up. And I wanted to thank, speaking of bigger channels lifting up, I've loved watching Scab from Choir Boys Cutlery in the past couple of weeks. Again, amidst all this craziness, he's chosen to take the high road. I love his message. And then he's taking other channels, whether they're smaller than him or bigger than him, and just giving them shout outs. And I love the way he's doing that. And he shouted me out in a video yesterday. Amazing. He shouted out JB from Big Red EDC. It's just time for us to come together as a community and work together. There's no reason for me to be all about me and all about my channel. I'm about the community, about you guys. We don't do this without you guys. It just doesn't even happen. So there you go. And so that's kind of, my list of community things off the top. I did want to mention, again, I don't try to mention my channel a lot, but I'm just under 1,800 subs. If you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, consider subscribing and hitting that bell because, we've got some really cool things going on. We go live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And it is a riot. We have a blast. I mean, again, when everybody came back in, we went long. We went an hour and a half in, and I actually went over Ray from Everyday Carry City a little bit, and I felt bad because he was doing the one chip challenge, and his crowd wasn't showing up. So I've apologized to Ray like 3 times this week, and, you guys know I usually don't do that. We always get done before that. Here, I'll take the glasses off for a minute, but now I won't because I can't see. But, So the other thing, I just wanted to mention two things, and then we'll get into today's pocket dump. Number one, thanks to all those who support me on Patreon, guys. I know I talk about it, but the super chats on the live stream, the Patreon, those are things that help me. I do a giveaway every Monday night, guys, and it's not, it costs money to go out and buy those knives and ship those knives. I do a lot of shipping between bringing knives in from other reviewers and sending them out, and pass around group knives, and there's a lot of shipping, there's a lot of cost. And those of you who have jumped in at Patreon and really supported, I really appreciate it, guys. I'll have that information down in the description as well. If you feel led to support the channel, I'm not going to do channel memberships like Big Red's Brigade or Zach's Daily Carry Crew. I'm just going to do Patreon. So, just if you're interested in supporting the channel, I really appreciate it. If you can't, hey guys, welcome. Don't feel bad about that at all. And then again, also down in the description is my link to Urban EDC Supply. If you see anything on their website, go through my link and purchase that. I get a discount. I get a kickback from that, and I will turn that money into knives to give away and review on the channel. Okay, that's all the business, which was fun anyway. I love talking about the community, and I like talking about my channel because I want the channel to do well. But I try not to do too much of that. Oh, and I've been asked twice this week about the tour discount code, guys. It doesn't exist anymore. I know it's still in some of my videos. It's hard to remove that from everything it was in. There is no 10% off code with Tour because they had to equitably do their pricing between their website and the dealers. So it doesn't exist. Sorry about that. But again, hope to still work with them down the road and all that. So what's in the pocket today? Primary knife is the, and again, this is a smaller primary knife for me, guys, but this is the Wee Thug, which is funny. I keep calling it small, and it is small lengthwise. It's very small lengthwise, but it is a thick beast of a knife to fill up your hand. It fits pretty well. It's got great action, great looks. Just really digging this one. So that's the primary. The backup today, in a slip from Javier Garcia, is the, I think, what was this called? The oilfield jack, I think is what this is called, from Benjamin Belkin. This is a PPP, so a first edition. Let me see if I can get the, there we go. The secondary blade open to halfway there for you. They both have half stops. You do have that awesome wrench badge there. Clean looking bolsters, really nice nickel bolsters. Just a thick beast, so it fills up your hand really nicely. And that clip point blade, guys, just crazy. This one is a favorite. And just listen to that. Did you hear that? Listen. Oh my goodness. You talk about walk and talk. Just love this guy. Really, really nice. Ben, thanks for sending that. And you guys, if you watch my Instagram, I've been putting up pictures of all those knives, and there'll be reviews coming very, very soon. The Tour pry bar is in the pocket today. The Leatherman Micra flashlight is actually the Rovivon Aurora A3. Really bright knife. Really bright flashlight. There you go. 600 lumens, 650, something like that. The Parker Jotter and the Star Wars Hank from Shadowborn Hanks. Really, really dig this one. This is one of my favorites for sure. So there you go. That's what's in the pocket today. And make sure you put down in the comments, what you have in the pocket today. So guys, I wanted to go over all the knives that came in this week. There's a lot. So I'm going to roll through them. This is not a first impressions. I don't want the weekend review. We're already at 9 minutes. I don't want it to be 47 minutes. So for Fixed Blade Friday, this is the Civivi Fixed Blade Elementum. Really digging this guy, guys. I talked about it being slick in the live stream on Monday night. I think it's going to be okay. The thing is, it locks your hand in really well. Again, I'm worried about, I may just spritz a little bit of water on it just to see, so I can tell you if it moves around on me. I did go out and do a little feather sticking with it earlier, just real lightly. It's a pass around knife, so I'm not trying to scratch it up or anything like that. So Really cool knife, really cool sheath. So that's the first one. Also, that comes by way of the Apex Pass Around group, and the rest of these 4 total here do as well. This is the Civivi Knox steel frame lock, hollow grind again. You had the hollow grind on the Elementum fixed blade, and you have the hollow grind on this. Really cool little knife, and when I say little, there you go. You know, not a big knife. And then I have 2, and again, I showed you the Wee Thug. I have 2 versions, there you go, of the Tuya Envy. Both of these come from the Apex Pass Around group. Both have hollow grinds on the main grind and flat on the combination there on the Tanto on the front. Just, I mean, actually, it's not really a Tanto. It's more of it's a drop point. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that, but it does have that combination grind on the front there. You like that? I can use that as a pointer. Just really cool finishes on both of them. As you can see, great knives, big time droppers, amazing knives, as you can see. So those, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the Wee Thug, all come by way of the Apex Pass Around group. Now, I showed you the oil field jack from Benjamin Belkin, and the other 3 he sent along. Here is the slip for this one. All 4 of these are Javier Garcia. Now, this is the heaviest pull. This is like a 7.5 to 8. This is the bullnose from GEC. The last one was also, obviously, oilfield jack was from GEC. All of these are GEC knives, 1095 steel. That bullnose is cool. And again, walk and talk. Yeah, and that is a stiff pull on that one. Really dig it. And then the 2 other ones here, we have lamb's foot in that sway back handle style here. Look at that, guys. And this guy is a slicer, let me tell you. I will, in my review, you will hear, I need to get with Ben in the next few days and get all the details on these knives, because he always has some really good tidbits to go with them. And then, by the way, that one had a nice yellow slip, and this one has this brown slip. And this is another TC Barlow, guys, and this is an original first year, so this is a PPP. Spear point blade, woo! Single blade Barlow with that spear point action. Man, I cannot right now remember the name. Amber, no. Can't remember the name of the handle scale, but I'll have it by the time I review it. TC Barlow with the long bolster here. And again, I mean, so well done on that half stop. Got the long pull. Does that match strike? Yeah, it is. Just a cool knife. And Ben, I just, it's amazing that he sent these along. And then I got 2 more. This one comes by way of Peter at a Therapeutic Edge from Artisan Cutlery. This is the CJRB Scoria. And I have confirmed with Russell at Artisan that it is Scoria. Because I've gone back and forth, and he says Scoria. So that's what we're doing. Thanks, Russell. This is really cool knife. It's very reminiscent of the feldspar, but a little bit thinner. Obviously, almost like an Aryan thinness, or a Centauri on the thinness. So it's kind of the best of both worlds in that regard. Everybody loves the feldspar, but man, this is just unbelievably good, guys. I'm digging this one. We'll talk more about some of the details in the review. And then the last one, JB himself sent this. This is, I mean, guys, of all these knives, I might be the most, blown away by this guy. It is small, okay? But it's a good fit in my hand. This is the Wingman EDC. I can't remember the actual full name of the thing, but I'll have it by the review. Great middle finger flicking action. And there it goes on my thumb again. I've done that like 3 times. Front flipper, pretty good, even for a guy that stinks at front flipping. Great red, look at that. Got the holes on this side for weight relief. Now, this is a Riot produced knife. I did confirm that. Just crazy, guys. I mean, look at that. It is some of the best middle finger flicking action. The D10 is just right for me. I've talked about others, middle finger flicking sometimes being either too loose or too heavy. Yeah, that's a good detent. Where's Kevin when I need him? But we'll talk a little bit about some of the grip is good, and there's some things you have to be aware of on the grip, but not anything to detract from what a great little knife this is, guys. I may have to look into getting myself one. That's how much I'm enjoying this guy. Look at that crazy backspacer. Just really love this guy. I've gotten a lot of, when I've posted pictures, wait, what is that? Because people aren't familiar with this knife, and this is just brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, if it had a forward finger choil, which again, it's so small, I don't know that you want to take more of that out, but they could go sort of right here and go in a little bit. And if you had a little bit of a forward finger choil, now you do have kind of an indentation here to go up and choke into, which is pretty good. So again, and I have a 4-finger grip no matter how I do it, guys, but I don't think it absolutely has to have a forward finger choil. It's pretty good. And a couple little dings that we'll talk about, but nothing. I mean, I would like to have one of these down the road for sure. Just loving this guy very, very much so. I know Kyle had this one originally and sold it to JB. Too small for Kyle, I guess. But I dig it, and really, really nice. So, I mean, can you believe all the awesome knives people have sent my way in the past week? I just sit here dumbfounded by, oh, and I almost forgot, and I haven't done an unboxing or anything on this because it didn't come in a box. My nephews both got new KBAR USMC knives recently, and so I've never reviewed one of these. It's pretty unbelievable. Obviously, he's used it. My nephew's an outdoorsman. He hunts, he fishes, and so he has. I mean, just you want to talk about a beautiful stinking knife, and this sheath, typical KBAR beauty. Guys, we're going long here. We're at 17 minutes, but there's a lot to cover today. So I will be reviewing this one as well. Man, I have so many knives to review. It is unbelievable, but I am so grateful. So that's it. The reviews this week, you had the F5.5 and the Ohlone Goat. Both came by way of Kevin from Lefty EDC. Thanks, Kevin. Guys, check out Kevin. He's a great dude. Well, most of the time. The F5.5, really great knife. Great fit in the hand. Great choke up on a small knife. Little couple things there. The Goat, great gentleman's knife. Beautiful knife. Both produced by Riot. Very good. The third one we did this week, which actually has gotten the most views out of all three, is the OKC Wraith in the Glacier Blue ice version. I think people love budget knives, man, and that is a slicer. I did want to address one thing. I got a comment. I bragged about how slicey it was, and I got a comment from a guy that said, you could take any steel and sharpen it, and why do you bother wasting time on whether a knife is sharp or not, because you can sharpen any knife. I don't necessarily agree with that. The geometry of a blade has a lot to do with how slicey it is. You can't just say, give me a chunk of steel and it's going to be sharp no matter what, because that's not the case. This is a well-proportioned, good geometry knife with a great sharp edge. Now, it's in a steel that's not going to necessarily hold that edge for a long period of time. And that's okay for $24 or whatever it was, $23, $24. And I think Knife Center was where I bought it. Now, there was some confusion on the blade steel. Knife Center said AUS 8, and I had at least one viewer say it's like 1.4, blah, 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 whatever, which is apparently on the blade, but I gave it away, so I can't tell you for sure. So just be careful and check and see what steel it is if you really want to know. For me, it's a cheap knife. It has good, decent steel. I can tell you that right now. It doesn't really matter. But it was really cool, and I'm glad I got to get that one in, review it, and give it away. So that's it. Oh wait, next week, the reviews that are planned, there may be one or two more that sprinkle in. I'm trying to get around to reviewing the Kaiser Dukes that I've had in here for like 4 months, so I may slip that one in next week. The Tour Merchant, I do a really long video, not really long, but a longer one for me, where I compare the two that came in and give you the details of what I found, which is really interesting. The Kunwu Tao, which also came from Kevin, and the Olight Drever. Those 3 knives will be reviewed next week, and possibly, like I said, the Kaiser Dukes. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. So this is a long week in review. We're at like 20 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up now, and you guys are so great. I just appreciate it. And again, if you know people that aren't subscribed to the channel, let them know. I'd like to get over that 1,800 so we can get, closer to that 2,000 mark, and have more people join us for KF Live, which is so much fun. And thank you for your support, no matter what kind of support it is, guys. You guys are awesome. All right, so we're going to wrap it up. And again, give me a like and a thumbs up and a comment and subscribe and hit the bell and all that good stuff. So, guys, appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.